Hola corazón, thank you so much for being here with me. I have a lot to say, so if you like what I have to say, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more content like this, and I would love to know your thoughts, so share them in the comments. Alright, people are difficult to deal with, alright? Honestly, like, you know, life is doing its thing right now, and whereas I genuinely do love people, I love being alone too. I do.
Watch out, vehicle on shoulder ahead.
Thank you. So I do love being alone, and I was never always like this. So I used to be like very desperate when I was younger, just wanted someone to be there with me, like love me, all that stuff, right? And now, after working on myself and healing myself, I can appreciate people, but I also know that I need my alone time. And it's so important to be alone. You really get to know yourself. And I think that no one can love you better than you can love you. Once you develop that love for yourself, that genuine, pure, authentic love, then it's easier for you to share that feeling with other people, and it's easier for you to embrace that feeling when other people do love you. You can feel the love because you already have love for yourself. So yeah, treat everyone well. The golden rule, like, treat everyone with love and respect. I think that is incredibly important, and even when it's difficult, I think that it's most necessary. You may not like it. It may be very challenging to be the bigger person and spread love and spread light and be peaceful. But sometimes it is very necessary, and it tells people more about your character than it does about the other person. So that's my 2 cents. Being the bigger person is challenging, and it's not for everybody, but what you put out in this world, you will get back. I genuinely believe that. So I want to put out positivity. I know that the world has to heal, and I want to be a part of the solution, not the problem. I do.
Watch out, construction on road ahead.
Thanks, girl. So yeah, be a part of the solution, not the problem. Pettiness, like, I used to, like, you know, that was like a thing, like years ago, like a little trend, like, oh yeah, I'm so petty. Like, when you're petty, it's honestly just, you're hurting. Like, you're not healed. Hurt people. So if you're being petty, it's because you're hurt, but it's not gonna get you anywhere, okay? Like, it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not productive. So yeah, like, it's just the reality of the situation. You're gonna fight fire with fire and then expect the fire to go out? No. So that's why being conscious is so important to this world. Like, you working on yourself is a gift, because not everyone is capable of doing that. Everyone has their own journeys, and I respect that. And, you know, you do you. I can love you from a distance, but I also realize that because I love myself so deeply, I cannot let other things outside of me influence me negatively. Like, 48 laws of power, one of the laws of power is like infection. Like, people are infectious, and this is why I always repeat, who you surround yourself with is incredibly, it shows you who you are. It really does. If you're hanging out with bums, you're going to be another bum. If you're hanging out with rich people, maybe you can become one of those rich people, right? It really is a matter of environment. And that's why I say be selective, observe, because not everyone, like, when you're healing and you're putting work in yourself and you're putting effort and time, right? This is amazing. It really is, and it's valuable. It really is. And not everyone can deal with it or accept it. You may threaten a lot of people, right? They like what you radiate, but it triggers something inside of them because that's not them, right? So be very, very, very cautious when dealing with other people. Seriously. This isn't a joke, because infection, people will influence you whether or not you like it. So you have to act accordingly. You really do. If you don't like how they treat you, act accordingly. Set your boundaries and stick to your boundaries. This is not easy. That the stuff that we do, working on healing ourselves, right? Looking at the darkest parts of ourselves and bringing that to light, it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But lots of people don't even know how to change for the better. So I need you to protect yourself. I need you to continue to radiate love and light and happiness and purity and just be authentic. Seriously, be authentic, but because this world is filled with so much. There's a lot of good people, there's a lot of bad, right? Like, it's just polarity, it is what it is. But I want the light to win. I don't want it to be overtaken. I don't want to pretend to be petty. I don't want to be something I'm not. I'm a very naturally loving and giving person. So when someone brings that stuff out of me, one, it reveals to me that I need to work on that within myself, right? And I need to work on it, because for me, that is not acceptable. I don't want to be petty. I know this. So when you have your standards, when you have your vision for yourself, how is your ideal self, your best self? How would they act in that situation? And sometimes you really do got to get dirty, your hands dirty, and either stand up for yourself or whatever. And I get that. Those are for, other occasions. But I'm saying for the most part, please don't fight fire with fire. It is not productive. It is not. Lead by example. Lead by example. Show your love, show your light, and embrace it. Because that is beautiful. And it takes so much strength. It takes so much strength to be loving when that is not what you're dealing with. It is not all strong or whatever to be hard, to not care. I'm tired of that. That's not authentic to me. It really does not feel good to suppress and pretend like I don't care or act too cool or be petty. Like, all of that stuff, I'm not a fan of. It just doesn't work for me. I can't fake that. I want to open my heart. I want to feel. And I want to feel good. I want to feel good. I don't want to feel miserable. I don't want to be miserable. So I have to act accordingly. And I have a vision for myself. I have a vision for my life. I have a vision for me. Okay? Like, I have goals. I know what my best self would look like. I'm very clear about that. And I need to start acting, right? We need to start acting in alignment with this best self. With, all of that. Because, what? All of this stuff is all good. Like, looking at your flaws, looking at your shadow self, whatever. All of that is all good if you look at it. But are you making any progress? Are you putting in the work? Because you can touch your crystals all you want. You can hold your crystals all you want. You can repeat your affirmations all you want. But are you applying this to your life? Because that is the secret. That's what I'm doing this for. Like, I know what I desire. So I need to start acting in alignment with that. I need to, seriously, I need to act in alignment. I have to act in accordance. I have to be in harmony with what I want to bring in. And it's not fucking easy. I don't know if anyone told you that it's easy. It may look easy, and that's the thing. We want to do this as gracefully as possible. That's my goal, at least. I want to be as graceful and sweet as possible. But I understand that there's a point, right? Like, I can give you my precious feminine energy, but I also realize that I have light feminine energy and I have dark feminine energy. And if you do something that triggers my dark feminine to show up, then we will have to move differently. We're gonna have to move differently, and that's okay. Just take account, all right? Because it's all good to be soft. It's good to be soft. It takes strength.